I didn't exactly have a conventional childhood. Living in a village in Northern Ireland, time seems to go a lot more slowly here than it does in the rest of the world, especially where we are. I've only recently had usable internet, and if there's a storm, the electricity flickers on and off like a candle. The O'Cathyans were an old family, older than anyone can date, and Donamanach, my hometown, was owned by the last of them. Their house was the final monument of the family's great legacy. It was halls of hand-woven tapestries, suits of armour, a manor, a sprawling mass of mortar where they lived, all four of them. 2 parents and 2 daughters with doe eyes and blonde curls. My mother, who had left my father when I was a baby, was their housekeeper, and we lived in a ramshackle little cottage in the shadow of their castle. My mam, a woman with fiery red hair and a voice so soft you couldn't hear it if music was playing, was superstitious. If I ever asked her about something serious, she would always think about it and say she'd have to ask the fish in the well by the church. It always meant she needed to go for a walk and mull it over, but she'd take 3 hazelnuts every time she did to throw into the silty darkness. We slept with a fresh piece of clover under our pillows, and the westward windows were always locked. It made my mam feel at peace, so I complied with the rules she set. Sometimes I'd look out of my window before school and see the O'Cathian girls flouncing down the hill, squealing about some party, or some keen boy I was too plain and mousy to ever dream of kissing, probably Darach, who was 3 years older than us and ruled around town on a motorcycle while I watched longingly from my rickety house. They liked that. They liked having someone to be better than. I was an easy target. I didn't have a dad who would kick up a fuss at the local bar, or go complaining to one of his buddies. Me and my mam kept to ourselves. At school I would sit in front of them every day, to stand up find chunks of my hair missing, and clumps of it in their scissors, or pens scribbled on my shirt. My mam would fix my tattered locks and darn my shirts, her mouth pursed and a line. Eventually they got bored of tormenting me alone, and decided to involve Darach. I thought of him before. Imagine what it would be like to have him drive me around instead of the O'Cathian girls. Even quietly thought of what it would be like to have him take off my dress and remark at how beautiful I am. How beautiful I had been all along. A stupid girl's fantasy. When he took my dress off, he was laughing a laugh that smelt like whiskey, and I was screaming. I thought I'd known pain when I'd broke my leg trying to free a lost sheep from a fence. I thought I'd known pain when my gran died. I'd take it 1,000 times over again to undo what he did. My chest felt like it would break apart from sobbing in anger that they could do what they liked to me. The town was the whole world to me and my mam. And of course the O'Cathians had the chief of police round for dinner every Sunday after church. They had to support the men protecting their village. I sat there in my mam's arms, crying for hours. I remember the tears stopping long enough for me to say, "Will they ever stop?" I could see the fire glinting off her green eyes.
"I'll ask them,"
she replied. The well had been muddy and dry since I was a child, and I dreamed about how many little kernels must be down there, if she'd ever throw enough to fill the whole well. This time, she didn't take hazelnuts with her. She took a long, sharp carving knife that we used to cut meat, and I saw her on top of the hill as she made 3 deep slices into her arm and let it drip down the well. I saw her lips move, and a shadow in the eaves of the well. Now I am older, I have a daughter of my own. Sometimes we walk past the graves of the last of the O'Cathians, the scraps that they found of them. the pieces of gore and gristle with blonde curls attached. When she asks me for something that I do not know if I should give her, I take a walk down to the old well. I take 3 hazelnuts with me and look down into the silky blue water where 3 pairs of human eyes surrounded by scales and sharp teeth look back. I ask them what I need to, and I keep a carving knife sharp at all times, just in case. Time goes slowly here, with the secrets we keep. I hope you enjoyed this story, and until next time, be good, and if you can't be good, be careful.